Merry Christmas, everybody! Are you ready for some major cuteness? Check out these wonderful tutorials that some of my YouTube friends and I made just for you. You can click on the individual photos or check out the links underneath the video. I'll be showing you how to make these super cute kawaii Christmas toppers. Hi everybody, this is Laura
and Arnie
with Krazy Kool Cakes, and we're coming to you with another super adorable Christmas themed tutorial. This time we're going to be teaching you how to make these super cute kawaii themed toppers. You can use these on cakes or cupcakes, and of course you can make them any size you like. We'll be making this cute Christmas pudding, a little light bulb, the little tree, a Christmas donut, and this adorable little ornament. So I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial, and let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna start by making the little ornament first, so just take some yellow gum paste, and we're just gonna simply roll this into a ball. And once you have the ball made, you just set it aside while it dries. Just like that. Now we're gonna sculpt the little ornament cap, and you're just gonna need a very small amount of gray gum paste. This is made just mixing white with a little tiny bit of black. Roll it into a ball. Once you have the ball, you're just gonna squeeze the top and just form it into the shape of a little cap. They all pretty much look the same. Okay, just like that. And just make sure that it's proportional to the size of your ornament. That looks about right. Then take your knife tool that comes on the other side of the Wilton shell tool, and we're just gonna make some lines on this little gray piece, up and down the side. Okay, so just reshape after you've added your lines. Check that the size is good. Okay, now we're gonna make the little hook that goes over into the top of the little ornament cap. So just take a very small amount of gray gum paste, and we're gonna roll a tiny little tube. Make a little tiny loop, little hook. That's about the size we're gonna want. And this is gonna go into the top just a little bit, so make it a tiny bit longer than what you need. Cut off what you don't need. And what we're gonna do is we're going to color these two parts silver. So a little piece of parchment just to protect my tabletop so I don't get silver all over the place. This is a CK silver highlighter. I buy this at Global Sugar Art, but you can purchase it in many places. I'll put the link for you underneath the video. And this is a really cool metallic dust, non-toxic. I have a brush, you know, that doesn't necessarily have to be nice. It's just to pick up a little bit of dust. And then you just dust the little ornament cap. Don't pick up too much on your bristles all at once, because it does tend to start to fly off. Okay, and then also you want to color the little hook. And then and you know, you will get your fingers dirty, so just hold your little cap in place. Take the smallest ball tool, and you're going to poke 2 holes in the top, evenly spaced, so that the ends of the hook can go into. So insert the ball and then just go in a little tiny circular motion just to widen. Just like that. And then take your little hook, and then just take a tiny little bit of edible glue right on the tips, right on the money. Then carefully insert the little hooks, or the little ends of the hook, into the little holes that you made. Just like that. And that'll dry in that exact position. How cute! Now we're going to assemble our little ornament. So it's just 2 little pieces, and all you're gonna do is take a little bit of edible glue, add it to the very top of your ornament, and then take your adorable little ornament cap and just place it right on top, right in the middle. Press it down and make sure that it's nice and stuck. All right, so now we're gonna make our cute little donut. So just take a small amount of brown gum paste, a lighter brown, and then you're just gonna roll it into a ball. And then once you have that, place it on your tabletop and just press it down with this part of your palm. Don't flatten it completely, you still want it to have the shape of a donut. Then you're gonna take your medium-sized ball tool that comes in your Sculpey set. You can find all the links underneath the video to all the products and tools used in this tutorial. Take the ball and you're just gonna insert it right in the center and just press all the way down. And then just hold the donut and then do a little circular motion here in the center. On the back side, just insert the ball right back in the same spot to break the gum paste in the center. Cute. All right, now we're gonna add the beautiful white icing that's gonna be drizzled over the top of the donut. So you just need a very small amount of white gum paste. Knead it and then roll it into a ball to get all the cracks and wrinkles out. Then you're just gonna put it on your tabletop and then use this part of your palm and just begin to squash it.
You mean squish it?
Squash. And you want to just kind of nudge it out to the sides, and we just want this to be a little wider than the width of the donut. With your finger, just gently pull on some of the edges. We just want to give it kind of like a drizzle look once it's draped over the top of the donut. Okay, just kind of pull it.
For shizzle on the drizzle? Yeah.
Okay, just like that. So as you can see, it's a very irregular shape. All right, so here's our edible glue. Just a little bit, and especially make sure you get all the edges all over the back. Bring in the donut, and just as as good as you can, place it right over the center. There's the hole, and then just begin to gently bring down the icing. So just make sure the sides are completely glued. All right, now we gotta make the hole that's already there. So take your middle-sized ball tool in your awesome Sculpey set and then just press down where the hole is into the hole. And then widen as wide as the original hole. How cute is that? Adorable little donut. Let's make the little tree trunk for our super cute Christmas tree. So this again is a very light brown, very small amount of gum paste. The trunk is really, really little, so just roll it into a ball and roll it into a tube. And then we're going to stand it up and just flatten the bottom. And the trunk is very short, so I'm going to take my super cool blade.
Super slicer.
That's right. And I'm going to cut this. Nice straight cut. And this is our little tree trunk. And all you're going to do is take a toothpick, insert it right in the center. Just like that, and get it ready for the tree. And then just push it through, because we're gonna actually stand this up in a little bit. Pre-make the hole and just leave it just like that. Now for the Christmas tree, just take some green gum paste, and again make sure the size is proportional to the little size of trunk that you made. Knead it really good, and then roll it into a ball. Place it on your tabletop. And we'll roll it into a cone using this part of your palm. Holding your hand at an angle towards the table. This is what makes the cone shape. You don't want it super pointy and super tall. This is supposed to be a really cute, or kawaii, which is Japanese for cute, little tree. And just kind of roll it on your work surface to flatten the bottom a little bit. Then you're gonna take one of your, the heck is this thing called? I don't even know, but it's it's a pointy tool that comes in the Wilton set. But for our purposes, we will call it
our blue
the
stick.
tree branch making apparatus stick, okay?
That sounds so made up.
Sounds pretty good. Okay, so all you're gonna do is take the little apparatus, take your little stick and then just press up against the tree close to the bottom. So we're just gonna give the little tree a little bit of a cute shape all the way around. Make sure that the line does meet. Okay, and you could also put it on your table and do it this way. Okay, so that's just to give it a cute little shape. Then you are going to do it again, but this time near the top, right about here. And you could, of course, you know, make as many of these as you want, these lines, but since I want to put a little face on him, I want to have a good space somewhere to add the little kawaii face. Okay, just like that.
Cute and pudgy.
Cute pudgy little tree. Now we're gonna make a super cute little Santa hat for our Christmas tree. So just take a little ball of red gum paste, roll it into a ball, and you are gonna need your edible glue for this. Once you have a ball with no cracks or wrinkles, just put it on your tabletop and let's make a pointy cone. This is gonna be the little Santa hat. And again, with your hand at an angle towards the table. Okay, so here's a little Santa hat, and then take the largest ball tool in your awesome Sculpey set. Remember, all the links are underneath the video. And you're just gonna make a little indentation at the bottom of the hat just to get you started there. And then take your thumb and your whatever one of your fingers fits in the hole, because everybody's fingers are different sizes. Okay, just like that. Pinch the sides. Real cute. Then take your little tree and your little hat, take a little bit of edible glue and put it on the inside of the hat. Then I want to put it on here really cute and not straight. I want it a little tilted, just like that, off to the side.
Like a gangster?
Yeah, gangster tree.
Not gangster, gangsta.
Gangster tree, but he loves Jesus. Okay. Okay, then hold the little Christmas little red fat man's hat. Hold the Santa hat and then just pinch down, just to give it a cute little bend. How cute is that? Just like that. Alright, so to make the little white fluffy brim and little white fluffy ball for the Santa hat, just take a small amount of gum paste and you're gonna knead it and roll it into a ball, and we're just gonna roll out a worm that's long enough to go around the bottom of the Santa hat. So just flatten, test it out, pinch and make a little mark with your fingernails so you can cut off what you don't need. And as predicted, the majority of it we do not need because it's very little. Take your medium-sized ball tool and just press down to make little tiny dents to make it look even fluffier. Okay, so doing that has lengthened it even more, so just once again wrap around and then with your fingernail make a mark with what you're not going to need. Cut that off Turn it over, and we're gonna put some edible glue on the back of the white fluffy brim. And you want it to be glued both touching the hat and the tree. So this is the front. And just wrap it around. Until it touches in the back. Take a little piece of white and then just make a little ball. Fluffy ball. That looks about the right size. Let's get all the cracks and wrinkles out of it. Roll it into a ball. Take your smallest ball tool in your Sculpey set and just dent a bunch of little holes in it. All over. Then we're just gonna make one hole and then widen it a little bit, and the tip of the Santa hat's gonna go in there. So just take some edible glue and put it in the hole. And then you just take your fluffy white ball and put it right there.
Cute.
Adorable, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Now we're gonna make our super cute Christmas pudding, which I have never had, by the way. Have you ever had
Never
Christmas
had it,
pudding?
no.
But I've heard a lot about it, so I'm sure a lot of people eat it. So just take some dark chocolate brown. Again, any size you want to make it is totally fine. And roll it into a ball.
Somebody's eating it.
Somebody's eating Christmas pudding. Alright, so there's the ball.
Not familiar.
Because you're Chinese. And then put it on your tabletop. And then use your fingers and just press up against the table. We want to give the bottom a little bit of a straight bottom. Okay, now we're gonna make the white icing that is gonna be drizzled over the top of our Christmas pudding. So you just need a very small amount of white gum paste. Knead it and then roll it into a ball. And just like we do the donut, place it on your table, flatten it with this part of your palm. And then you want to gently drag on some of the sides to make it look like icing drizzling down. Not too much because we do need to add a little face and we don't want to cover up too much on the side of the Christmas pudding. So that looks cute right there. So all we're gonna do is take some edible glue and add it to the back. Bring in the pudding.
Bring in the pudding.
And then just gently begin to press it down. How cute is that? Icing on our pudding. Okay, so now we're going to add our adorable little berries and the little holly leaves to the top of the Christmas pudding. So for this, you're just gonna need 3 little tiny balls of red gum paste. So just go ahead and roll out 3 little balls. So all you're going to do is take a little tiny bit of edible glue and add it right to the top. And then you can actually pick up your little berries with your brush because they'll stick. And you want to just put the 3 of them right next to each other on the top. Tap it down. Make sure they stick. How cute. Okay, to make the holly leaves, just take a real pretty green. And then we're gonna roll it out, very small amount. Okay, so pretty thin. Then take your blade and we're just gonna cut out 3 little strips. 1, 2, 3. And then we're just gonna turn these into little tiny rectangles. This is about how long I want my little holly leaves to be. So I'm just gonna separate these. Okay, so here's one little rectangle. All we're gonna do is take our blade and we're gonna cut little pointy tips on both ends. So cut off one corner, cut off the other corner. Okay, so you see we have a little pointy tip there. Turn it around and do the same thing on the other side. A little corner there. Cut off the other little corner. Then I have a little tip, size 7, and I'm just going to use a little tip and cut out a total of 2 little half circles. There's 1, 2, and then on the other side as well. I apologize for the shadow. Okay, 1, 2. And then you also want to cut a little half circle right on the little triangle pieces on the ends that you did. So there, I cut off those 2 little pieces there. And do the same for the other side. 1, 2. Isn't that cute? Mm-hmm. Okay, then take your wheel tool that comes in your Wilton set with the stitching tool, and you're just going to stitch a line from one side to the other side. Down the middle. Just like that. Okay? So there's 1 leaf, and just go ahead and make 2 more, and then we can go ahead and add them to our pudding. Okay, so now we have our 3 beautiful little holly leaves, and just decide which part of your Christmas pudding will be the front. And I really like the way this part looks here for the front for me. So, and again, you can put these however you'd like. This is just a suggestion. So the first one will hang straight down, right towards the face. Just like that. How cute is that?
Very cute.
Now we're gonna make the little metal part that goes on the cute little light bulb. So just take a very small amount of a light gray, just roll it into a ball. Then again, just like we did the ornament cap, and then just shape your ball, flatten the top and bottom, and try and keep the sides as straight as possible. Then you're going to take the blade tool, again, that's on the other side of Wilton's shell tool, and we're just going to create 3 little lines that go all around the side. So just gently carve a little line, and you don't want to dig in too deep because it will ruin the shape of this little piece. If your lines don't meet perfectly, don't worry about it. It's still going to be super cute. So I only have room for 2 lines, and that will suffice. More than cute, just like that. Okay, put on your tabletop, and then take another toothpick and insert it right in the center. And again, pre-make the little hole at the bottom, and then just push the toothpick right back and just let it dry like this for a few minutes. Now we're gonna make the little light bulb, and again, you can make it any color you'd like. And just take your gum paste, and again, this should be proportional to the size of the little silver piece. And then you're gonna form a really cute and plump teardrop shape. Just like that. Round off the top just a tiny bit. You don't want them too pointy. Just set that off to the side, let it start drying. So now with our silver highlighter dust, we're going to color the little, this little piece for the light bulb. So just take a little bit of silver, and since we have a toothpick, it's pretty easy just to color it. Okay. So there's our little silver piece bulb, and I have a little foam core piece, a little parchment paper, and a needle tool, and these will be held in place just in the meantime while they're drying. So I'm gonna take my needle tool and just make a little hole, kind of widen it for the toothpick. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in the little red top of the light bulb, and this is the little bottom piece, the
electrical housing for the light bulb.
there you go. Okay, so all you're gonna do is take your little piece here and just gently pierce through. Remember, we had already pre-made the hole, and then just press it into the little hole. You don't need to use a foam core. You could use cardboard or just anything thick you have laying around. And then you're gonna take your cutters, and we want the toothpick to go into the light bulb, maybe just about a ½ inch. Doesn't need to be too long, okay? Then all you're gonna do is take your edible glue and turn the little light bulb over, and you're just gonna place a little bit of glue right on that little flat portion that will be touching this little silver piece. And you just put it right in the center and just gently press down till it touches. How cute is that? Once it's dry, it should be able to stand up on its own. If you want, you can leave the toothpick and then you insert that into your cupcake or cake to help it stand up. Here's our little tree, and once again, just simply take a sharp tool, make a little hole in whatever you're using to stand it up on, and then we've already pre-made the little hole for the trunk. Just pierce it through, press it into your foam core or cardboard, and the tree is pretty tall, but it does not have to go all the way into the tree. So again, I'm just gonna cut so about half of it goes in, and then all you're gonna do is take a little bit of edible glue and put some on the top of the tree trunk, just a little bit. Cute little tree trunk. And then again, place the little tree right in the center, and then just gently twist. Make sure you're putting it on nice and straight. How cute. Before we add all of the little embellishments to our little kawaii guys here, we're going to cut out all their eyes. So just take out
Ooh, that sounds horrible.
some black gum paste, and we're gonna roll it out pretty thin. Here's my number 10 tip. I'm just gonna cut out 10 little circles. Okay, so I have 10 cute little eyes, and we're gonna start by adding the eyes to our donut. So just take one eye, and when you put these on there, we want them a little bit separated. You don't want them right next to each other. Right there. And this will give you an idea of the distance that the eyes can be to look super cute. 2. Okay. So that's about the distance that we want the eyes. So now we're just gonna add the eyes to all of our other little toppers. Cute little Christmas sky. So now we're gonna add the sprinkles to the donut. Okay, so we're gonna make the sprinkles for the little donut. You're just gonna need a little bit of red, a little bit of green, and just roll out a long worm for each one. Okay, now that we have our little red and green tube, all you're gonna do is cut out little sprinkles. You want straight edges. Just cut about 7 or 8 of each one. Time to add the sprinkles. So what I do is just take a little bit of edible glue. I do all one color first, and then I add glue where I want to add the sprinkle. So just disperse the sprinkles. Okay, now we're gonna decorate our little Christmas tree. So you just need a little bit of red and yellow. Again, whatever colors you'd like to use. And I'm gonna roll out each one. And for the red, I'm gonna use a number 7 tip to cut out some little circles. And for the yellow, just to make sure they're all uniform, I'm gonna use a size 3. This is a tiny little tip. And then we'll roll those into little balls and then just press them. All right, so now that we have our little microscopic Christmas ornaments.
Well, just the yellow ones.
So I'm just gonna start adding them one by one, and we'll probably speed this up, but this is really fun to do. So just take a little glue where you wanna put your little, and then just pick it up and just put it on there. Okay, now we're just gonna add our little tiny yellow lights.
Microscopics.
One by one. How cute is that?
Very cute.
All right, guys, so we have all of our sculpting done, and now we're just gonna add the final little details, which is adding the little eyes and the mouth and the cheeks. This part is really, really fun. All you're gonna need is some white gel food coloring. Any brand will do. My preference is Americolor. You'll also need some black and some soft pink. And then you will also need a nail dotting tool. And you can find the links to all of these supplies and materials underneath my video. And this is the one that I'm gonna be using, the white one that has a very medium-sized ball and then a smaller ball, okay? And for the mouth, we're gonna need to paint a very fine little mouth. So this is actually my favorite set of fine little brushes and dotting tools, and I use these a lot in all of my sculpting. And as you can see, this is really an awesome set, and I'm gonna be using this super fine brush that's gonna allow me to paint on a tiny little mouth. And this is the Bundle Monster set, and you can find the link underneath this video. It's super inexpensive, and it comes with this entire set here. So let's go ahead and do that now. All right, so for each color you're gonna be using, just take a little dot, start with the black first, and just set that off to the side there. And let's go ahead and start painting our little mouths. You're just gonna dip your little brush and wipe every time. Alright guys, so now we're gonna start adding the cute little white dots to the eyes, and let's start with the dotting tool that I showed you earlier with the larger ball. So you're just gonna pick up one little blob of white gel food coloring. If you place one dot on the top left, you also wanna place the little dot in the same place, top left, in the second eye. Okay, just like that, and then add a second little dot with the smaller ball on the other side, and just make sure you put that little dot in the same place on both eyes. Cute. Let's go ahead and do the others. Okay, and the very final little touch will be a cute little pink cheek. So use the same little tiny light bulb tool that we use for the small dots, and then you're just gonna pick up a little bit of your baby pink by Americolor. Again, you can use any color you'd like and just add one little tiny pink polka dot.
That's cute.
It's adorable, huh? Right next to the little eyes.
I want one.
You can have this one.
No, I want one on my cheek.
Okay, I'll put one after the video. Alright guys, so here are our finished Kawaii Christmas toppers. We had a lot of fun showing you how to make these. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial, and if you guys do make them, I would love to see them. So please feel free to visit our Facebook page and post them on our wall, and I'll be happy to share them with the world. So I want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, and God bless you all, and thank you so much for being a subscriber. Take care everybody. Bye-bye.
Feliz Navidad. Bye everybody.
Don't forget to check out all these other wonderful Kawaii Christmas tutorials. You can find the links underneath the video.